Hey, morning, welcome. We need to grab our clearance out to Boulder today, and I need to get the overhead speaker up because I don't yet have a way to record audio. So we'll make it nice and loud, grab that clearance, and get moving with today's flight.
North Southwest Mission Bravo is not current. Memphis altimeter 2980.
Ground clearance, citation 611 Mike Pop, our instruments to Boulder.
Citation 611 Papa, Memphis clearance clear to the Bravo Juliet Charlie Airport via the Summit 5 departure is filed. Papa maintain 5000. Expect flight level 40010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 124.65. Squawk 0753.
Alright, Summit 5 as filed up to 5,000, expecting 40 and 10, part 2465, squawk 0753. Signature will grab Bravo and talk to you shortly. One Mike Papa.
I'm Roger, retake correct.
Let's climb in the pilot seat and get everything going. I thought I had a way to record the audio that did not work, so I'm just going to do a little voiceover and get things moving. But our pre-brief is complete. Climb in the cockpit and get moving with the before start checklist. We got the GPU running today, so we're running on the cart power, and it'll be a assisted start. Passenger briefs complete, battery switches on, standby gyros up erect. No flags, parking brake set, wheel chocks, I got them removed already, and the windows closed. Get our lights set, annunciators closed, and avionics off. Waiting to clear right, we'll start the right first. And we got movement. Looking for 8% N2, there it is, add the fuel, go to idle. Looking for fuel flow, N1 ITT. All right, we're looking for ITT rise within 10 seconds and watching the rate, making sure it's not going up to that 700 degrees Celsius mark. And looking for N1 rotation by the time we get 25 N2. All right, just got the starter cut out, 38%. And once we have a good start on number 2, we will go with number 1. Press the starter engage button and monitor the same parameters for the second start.
There's fuel flow, full press, N1, ITT. 25, coming up on 10. ITT looks good. There's starter cutout.
All right, we just passed on the cue to disconnect the GPU, waiting for that amperage drop. As soon as we get it, we'll do our after start flow.
Flat flying, you know, he's kind of slow. Speed brakes. Up and down. Controls, watch your
Okay, as I stated before, the flight is already pre-briefed before we got in the plane. We'll be doing the Summit 5 out of Memphis up to 5,000, accelerating to 250 knots, heading out to Boulder. The weather today is 170 at 11 knots, 10 miles visibility, scattered at 3,200 feet. Broken at 47, overcast at 9, 1311 on the spread, 2980, and using 18 center. We'll verify everything's set in the box. We already had it programmed up using the GPU, but we do need to put in the altitude, pre-select our speeds, double check the destination altitude in the pressurization controller. After that, the guy sitting to my right will run the before taxi checklist and we'll get moving.
Garmin. Not really center to these. Host up Charlie, 18 center, and we'll pick up the ball. Alright, left's clear.
Alright, we were given 18 center, Charlie 7 out the east side, so Charlie 7 for 18 center. Flash the lineman, let him know we're going to taxi out, and clear the aisle in between these two rows of planes. Run our taxi checklist. Brakes working, nose wheel steering's working, thrust reversers, we'll get them around the corner, and takeoff speeds and N1 are confirmed. We'll double check our pre-brief. Everything prior to V1 will abort. Anything after V1 we'll take in there. I'll fly the plane, run the radios, and the gentleman next to me will run the checklist and do all the hard work. We'll let Memphis know, and we'll come back around for 18 center if needed. Otherwise, we're up to 5,250 on the speed and heading out to Boulder. 6 lights and the emergency stow worked as expected for the thrust reversers. Now it's time for the before takeoff checklist. We'll do it all the way down to the line. Flap set for takeoff. Speed brakes are retracted. Trim set 1, 2, and 3. Any ice, de-ice on board. We will be using it. Crew briefing as stated. Ignition to go. Pitot static to go. Exterior lights as required. Transponder. We are squawking our code with RATA. Radars on board. We'll use it if we need it. Engine instruments in the green. Paralleled. No flags. Nunciator panels are noted.
Brakes, no steering. Lights up. Left's clear. Right center, I see it. Left's clear. Final's clear. Yes, sir.
Alright, before takeoff checklist is complete, I run the before takeoff flow from the left seat. Verify 18 center is the runway we're taxiing onto. Left's clear, traffic's clear, final's clear, nobody's coming in. We line up with 18 center and verify that heading, that runway assignment with our heading of 180. We are cleared to take off Summit 5 up to 5,000 feet. We smoothly add takeoff power. I think it was 90.1 today. Looking for acceleration. We have airspeed alive. Waiting on 80 knots call. Cross check's good. Then we're looking for V1, VR, V2. Positive brake, gear up, lights down. Waiting on 400 feet AGL. We'll get flaps up, yaw damp on. We are in nav mode. I didn't mention that before. So that we can fly the FMS RNAV departure Summit 5 out of here. Next call is 1,000 feet climb power climb checks. We make those changes and keep monitoring conditions. There's our turn to intercept the 212 course to Cheeto. And this Citation Encore is a great plane. We're doing 250 knots indicated and well over 3,400 foot per minute climb. And there's our big turn out of Cheeto to a heading of, I think it's 271 on route to Mudho. How they get these names. Sometimes they're hard to say, but continuing on the departure. There we are, climbing through 10,000. We'll accelerate to 270. And been hand flying up to this point. It's cloudy, but it's still a nice day. It's a fun plane to fly. But we'll be coming on with autopilot here shortly. Pilot monitoring will complete the portion of the after takeoff and climb checklist. We'll keep it going up. We signed up to 16,000 feet at this point. Now we're heading into the next layer of clouds. Pretty much, it's going to be a long cruise out to Boulder. We wind up with 118 knots on our nose. It's going to take quite a while to meander our way out there at 340 something knots across the ground, which is taking a while. So if you enjoyed the departure, come back and fly along with us in the next video as we do the arrival and landing into Boulder. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, just comment below. I'll answer whatever I can. Like if this was something you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already so far, and hope to see you on the next one.